All right, clearly I can't have an off-stream game. Clearly my off-stream game has to be Genshin. I'm on the clock. I literally have to be playing Genshin every single day of every waking moment because this is my blood now. Genshin is my blood. I can't. It can't just be Cyno. How do I kneel on the ground in depression? Anyway, let's go do Clorinde's story. Maybe I'll feel some semblance of fucking... Alright, great. Let's go do Clorinde's story. You can jump off a cliff and die. Oh, true. In the game, obviously. Twitch, in the game. In the game. It's not just Cyno impact, sorry. It is to me! Maybe I should steal Duck's idea. Maybe I should steal Duck's idea where we just like literally do a subathon of just Genshin. And just play Genshin to catch up. Because this is just embarrassing. I bet this is how Duck felt. It would be the only way to catch up.
Huh? Do you also see Navia and Clorinde over there?
I only see Navia and her big ass hat.
They look like they might have run into some kind of trouble. Let's go check out what's going on.
The trouble being that we're about to ruin their date. Let me just take a moment and reflect on my worthless fucking anyway. Hey, what up, girls?
Still no dice?
Yeah, sorry, still no D&D dice.
Not at all. And I've asked pretty much everyone in the Court of Fontaine already.
Pride Month is over and these girlies are still... They still have pride. Anyway,
Lynette's ears drooped as soon as she heard that we'd
You
have to be
just
out and
forgot
about
to
for
choose
days on
buffs?
end. And Fremine,
wait.
he hid himself under his helmet as soon as he realized there'd be people around that he didn't know.
So, chat, you know how I always make fun of you of how you don't listen or you don't read? Anyway.
What about Chiori and Charlotte? I feel like both of them would be more than up to it.
I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm fine.
I've asked them already, but they're both pretty busy right now. I just gave the members of the Spina a few days off, too, so I don't want to bother them either.
This is getting pretty difficult.
Navia, Clorinde, what's up?
What up, girls?
Oh my. Well, if it isn't my dear partners, how are you all doing?
Stressed. Questioning my life choices. Questioning if I'm even a Genshin player anymore. Questioning if I deserve to be here. But, you know, happy Pride. Also, the YouTube comments have been harassing me to play this quest, so.
Huh. Navia?
Huh? Oh, you mean...
Yep, this is our chance.
We were just passing through. Oh God, we're getting bullied!
Do you need our help with something?
Oh, precisely. My dear partners, we've got a huge problem right now that only you can solve.
The huge problem is Dr. Ratio. Is Doctor, you're huge.
Whoa, for real?
For real?
Absolutely. We've already exhausted all our other options.
What kind of problem? Tell me about it. Fucking tell me about it.
Traveler, Paimon, would you join us and play Marechaussee Hunter Judgment Day?
What did you just call me?
Marechaussee what now?
It's a new game script by the Tabletop Troupe, a local
Ah, they're
role-playing
D&D nerds.
Ever heard of the Tabletop Troupe?
Nope.
They put out games that allow you to participate in a story and role-play characters with your friends.
It really is
I've
just
loved
D&D,
their
that's
stuff
crazy.
ever since I was a kid.
That sounds super interesting.
Clorinde and I are both veteran members of the club. Recently, someone came up with a new script and was looking for people to help playtest it for them.
Man, you should have brought in Cyno. That's all I'm saying.
And when they asked, of course I couldn't refuse. I mean, come on, a brand new script? Nobody has ever played it before.
Mm-hmm. Generally speaking, scripts
General?
at that level of
Sino?
development have a lot of issues, but I think this one is pretty solid. The author obviously put a lot of work into the story.
Oh yeah.
And the world building is also quite credible.
So is it like a one-shot
Oh,
or?
whoa, whoa, whoa. I know I was the one that handed you the script, but some of us haven't read it yet. No spoilers, please.
Yeah, chat. No spoilers. No spoilers, chat.
Anyway, the script calls for a team of 4. Ah, yes. We're missing one final player right now.
I thought you asked for both of us.
So, you're saying you'll help us out?
I didn't say yes.
I knew I could count on you,
I didn't say
partner.
yes. I didn't agree.
Paimon and the Traveler are kind of a package deal. Is that okay?
No,
That's not a problem.
it is.
I'll adjust the pace based on the actual number of players and ensure that everyone has a good time.
Wait, are you the DM?
Well, Traveler, what do you think? Wanna play? Paimon will follow your lead.
I always help a friend in need. Count me for a great script.
Well, that solves our problem. You have our thanks.
Woohoo!
Ether
I'll go
really
grab
needs
the
to look
script
up.
manager from
That's
the
all I'm
club
saying.
Right away.
The script manager? Didn't you just say that you gave Clorinde the script?
The club introduced a completely new kind of gameplay for the script.
Like what?
In this iteration, the Game Master's version of the script is incomplete. The script manager provides the next part of the script only after players have completed the current list of objectives. On top of that, in order to increase player immersion, the club has created some of the story's sets and scenes in real life. We'll only know where we should go once the script manager reveals the starting location.
Wow, you're right. Whoever wrote this script really did put in a lot of work.
And it's got a real healthy amount of suspense, right? I mean, even the GM doesn't know how
Eh,
the
there is a
story will end.
GM.
I look forward to experiencing it with you all.
Oh yeah.
Why don't you go meet up with the others first? They should all be waiting at CyYuVtuber. I'll come over with the script manager as
So
soon
we're
as I
going to
find them.
CyYuVtuber Boutique, even
Sounds
though
good.
Chiori is not
Remember
participating.
to always watch where you're going, and don't rush.
Well, welcome, Kenzie.
You say that like I'm 6 years old or something.
What did you miss? Oh, my
Let me think.
shame.
What kind of character should I play this time?
Damn, she larping.
I just
She
hope
going
you pick up
crazy.
Some useful skills this time.
Can I be a bard?
Oh, and stop
I be a
trying
Kenku
to
bard?
persuade every animal you come across.
A silent night. But it's not Christmas. Now I know we're about to start the quest. But I have to see something, Chad. I have to see something. I have to see. Rewind performance. Continue performance. Oh, I can even just... Okay. Ooh, it's free! Oh, yeah. I'll take a mystery cache. One random character with 0 vigor rejoin the alternate cast. But gain fit... Yeah. Okay. Oh, it's still free. Gain 2 chances to reroll selectable events. Selectable effects and creature. Oh boy. I guess we'll try. So how do I select these buffs? Stage effects, performance. The boons are the buffs. Voice on the verge of tears. Boon card. Oh, so the actual thing you click. Yeah, go back to...
5 meters, let's go BB.
The buffs have already been applied. Well... Okay, so I didn't really miss out on too much. Yeah, the wondrous boon. Yeah, because then that costs money. One additional wondrous boon awaits in selection. Damage dealt by all party members is increased by 3. For each point of vigor, characters in the party have damage dealt is further increased. Oh, after the value of their bond of life increases, character's attack is increased by 20% for 3 seconds after receiving healing. Oh. Hold on. And then you can continue to spend money. Got it. Okay. I just wanted to see how that worked. Cool. Do you think I should try this game? Save yourself. Don't do this to yourself. Don't just run. Run away. Run. Save yourself, please. Anyway, let's go do the Clorinde story so then I don't scare myself. Also, chat, really cool thing. We've officially reached 300,000 followers on Twitch. Let's go! Yippee! So thanks, guys. Thanks for... Oh, boy. We're playing with Farina and Lenny? Is that what we're doing? Hey, think of this. 31 months, Silverwind. Hey.
You're back.
Literally, the taste of victory
And
was
you've
horrible.
got the Traveler
But
and
figure-
Paimon with you too.
Nom 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 nom.
What a pleasant surprise. I assume you'll be joining us for the game then?
Damn, it is Lenny and Farina.
Linny, Farina! Paimon didn't know you were playing too. Are you also members of the tabletop troupe?
Hey, what up, dogs?
I'm more of a casual member, if anything. I haven't taken part in many formal club activities. Lynette Fremine and I play something similar at the Hotel Bouffe Tété sometimes, but
Bouffe
I'm
Tété.
usually the GM.
Oh,
Still, I'm sure it'll be fun being a player for the first time. I'm looking forward to it.
to C2 Tainari, that's still not bad. F3, thank you for the tier 1.
Well, I'm not a member of the club at all. Clorinde simply woke me up first thing this morning, said there was a good script worth experiencing, and asked if I wanted in.
True.
If you're interested, I can give you a referral. That should give you a 40% discount on membership fees.
Remember how you were the most scary and threatening character in all of Fontaine? Yeah, I remember Sino too.
I think I'll wait to see how this experience plays out first, especially when it comes to the quality of the script. If it's sufficiently fun, then I'll join.
Isn't the story cute? Yeah, I mean, I like when they can let their guard down and be off the clock.
Do you participate in a lot of tabletop troupe activities, Clorinde?
You could say that. She's actually one of the few senior game masters of the
Eh.
troupe.
Hey!
Right. I knew about that even when she was still my subordinate.
I bet you Clorinde has a D20 tattoo. Just somewhere on her. Just being like, that's right, I'm a GM, bitch.
It's nothing. Really,
She and Sino
just a
would get
small
along.
hobby of mine.
Honestly, yeah, I really would like if Sino and Clorinde met, just to see the similarities.
Wow. Paimon's so used to seeing you be all upstanding and intimidating as the champion duelist. It's kind of hard to imagine you role-playing with a bunch of friends.
Did someone say champion duelist? Sino kicks down the door. Anyway, so if we have a problem with any of the rules, do we have to submit a duel request to you? Lamau.
Surely you jest. I would never intentionally make things difficult for my players.
Did she say chest?
I
No,
maintain
I'm just
a
kidding.
clear
I'm
boundary
kidding.
between
I'm
my
kidding.
professional and personal
I'm just
life.
making a joke because Ether
The
refuses to look her in the
court
eye.
Represents the law and order of Fontaine. I put all personal feelings to the side and grant a fair duel to all who seek to defend their honor. But in my personal life, I'm just an ordinary person. Someone who feels anger and sadness, just like everyone else.
Yay.
Well, you say that, but for all the time I've known you, I don't think I've ever seen you cry.
True.
I've seen you get angry, sure, but now I'm wondering whether you were actually mad or if it just looked that way from the outside.
I was probably in work mode during those times.
See, she gets it. She gets it. Honestly, I would just like to see like a tea time between Clorinde and Sino. Just to be like, so what's it like for you? when you're off the clock? What do you do? D&D. What about you? Yu-Gi-Oh. Nice, nice. What about on the clock? Merciless. Yeah, I feel that. I feel that. Both sigh at the same time. Electro cops, am I right?
Is that so? Well, in any case, I just feel like even in your personal life, you don't get emotional very often.
So you want to see me cry? That
Damn.
might be a little difficult. A show of anger, though, that might be something I could accomplish.
No, that's not what I meant.
Seduce the rock, and I promise you she'll start to get pissed the more you ask. I want to seduce the water. The water is not an NPC. I thought you were the GM. Don't you? You should make everything playable.
Allow me to
Who the
introduce
hell
you
is
to the
that?
Script manager, Mr. Florian.
Is he from here, or this outfit looks different?
Pleasure to meet you all.
Howard!
Hello. Wait, are you a champion duelist too, Mr. Florian?
Oh, no. This is just the costume provided by the club. I occasionally play a few of the roles in my scripts.
What the hell are you playing, Howard?
That sounds like a lot of work.
My guy be LARPing.
It's nothing. It's the least we can do to give the players a more immersive experience. Anyway, allow me to give you a brief introduction of the script.
I, for a second, thought, I was like, this is some Three Musketeers thing. I wonder if it's like a reference to Natlin, but then again, we don't know much about Natlin.
This script was adapted from the real history of the Marashose Hunters.
Yeah, the
You all will
Marashose
play the
Hunters.
role of
We
hunters
like
from
talked
a
about it
bygone era
with the,
and resolve a series
there
of
was the whole
events
film event,
unfolding in the capital.
which is very Three Musketeers. Because for a while, I remember people were speculating that Natlin was going to be Spanish culture, like Mayan. But now we're not sure, right? Do we know... Do we... Without leaks, chat, because I don't like to talk about leaks. We don't know? Thank you, Majin. That's all I needed to know.
Paimon's not super familiar with the history of the Marashose Hunters. Is that a problem?
Oh, no problem at all. I can give you a brief rundown. So, basically, Marashose Hunters were people who dedicated themselves to hunting monsters and protecting the city by using a special swordsmanship technique passed down over generations. Their story can be traced back to the ancient Remurian dynasty, as well as the first hunter, Cassiodor.
Chat, the phrase passed down through the generations has officially been ruined for me because of anime. Every time I hear passed down through the generations, all I think about is Fullmetal Alchemist. And all I think about is Armstrong. Pass down the generations!
But I'll leave the finer details for you to seek out and discover later.
And I'll provide additional commentary as the story progresses.
Okay.
In that case, brave hunters, are you ready to set out on an unknown adventure?
Yeah, One Piece!
Whoa, just one sentence and it's like we're in the story already.
Relax, Paimon. The woman behind them, it's like, what the fuck are they talking about?
Aha, I see many a determined gaze before me. Very well, head over to this location and begin your heroic journey.
Wait.
So, as we follow the story, it leads us to specific scenes? Ooh, sounds pretty innovative. What does the message in the envelope say?
Adventure awaits.
The exact location of the scene, as well as the formal permission to use the venue.
Huh.
Seems like they have everything prepared. Please check all your belongings, everyone, and make sure you haven't forgotten anything. Once you're ready, please follow me to the designated
Okay,
location.
so we're going to... Okay, I was about to be like, are they going to make me move in the middle of the fucking roleplay to a different location? So then I was going to be upset. I was like, I thought we were playing board games. Can't we just sit down at a specific locale? I didn't know we were going to do the French Revolution reenactment. Ugh. I came here to sit down on my ass and play a board game. Sayu, make a Sino pun, quick! Akuma lover, subscribe, quick! Well, whoops. It's the opposite. No, I need to go that way. I need to go the opposite direction. Nope. I need to go the... nope. The music is nice. Now I need Brooklyn accent, Sino. Throw me, justice is served. Like, I don't know what the fuck. Okay, this is kind of cool. They're like, all right, meet at this locale. They set up a whole little thing. This is cute.
Whoa, they really have thought of everything. Even the
Some
Phantometer
big-ass
is here
chess
and ready to
pieces.
go for us.
Also, I think we need a bigger table. That's just me.
The Phantometer. What's that?
Agreed.
It's a card that's used to determine action success or failure. We'll need to use it when we try to use certain skills.
So you guys don't have D20s?
And what about all the dessert and tea?
We're gonna be here a while.
Is that for us as well?
We're gonna be here a while.
That's
Strap
what the
in.
message said.
Really? That's so nice. It feels just like a tea party with friends.
Those snacks have Paimon's name written all over them.
It's for all of us.
I think you might be more of a snack hunter than a Marashose hunter, Paimon.
That's called Dungeon Meshi. Come on, Lenny. Get educated with some fucking anime, please.
Snack Hunter Paimon reported for duty. If there are delicious snacks to be found, Paimon will track down every last one.
I preferred it when Abby did it.
The desserts are great. But I'm still looking forward to the story more than anything.
Me
Very
with
fair.
Genshin.
Then, let us begin. First, please pick up the blank character cards in front of you and write down your name and profession.
Oh, sure.
You
I'll.
can find an abbreviated version of the rules printed on the back of your character card. If you have any questions, feel free to ask me.
Okay.
In this story, everyone is a Marashose hunter. To reflect this, the club has prepared a small badge for everyone.
Then if we're a Marashose hunter, why do I have to tell you what class I am or what
nice.
proficiency? Or not proficiency, but what my.
As
Anyway.
hunters, you have proficiency in swordsmanship and fighting by default.
Oh, so never mind.
So
We're
there's
all
no
the same
need to
class.
allocate any additional skill points to those areas.
Okay.
Swordsmanship? So there's a fighting part to all of this? Paimon's not sure she can do all that on her own. Maybe Paimon can just stick with you?
We're a package deal, remember?
Why don't you share a character card then? The traveler will be the Marashose hunter, and you can be his little floating assistant.
Wow, how original.
Huh. Kinda like in real life.
Story of my life. Okay.
So, for the name, do I fill it out with the name of my character?
Yep. It can be any name you like.
I will be Monsieur Neuvillette.
You can use your real name too if you want. I do that whenever I get too lazy to think of a new name.
Oh, so it would be like experiencing a different life, but still as yourself. That's not a bad idea.
Man, Farina's gonna get locked in a LARPing, isn't she?
In that case, I think I'll continue to use the name Linny then.
Boo.
Next up is the skill sheet. You have a limited amount of skill points that you can use to learn a number of skills. The more points you invest in a particular skill, the easier it will be to pass associated checks.
Bro, it's D&D.
I'll take persuasion and investigation.
That's honestly
Those
usually.
are must-haves when it comes to missions.
That's
like
usually what I go for.
Oh, those skills sound like they'd be useful for gathering intelligence. Good idea, Navia. Just as expected of a veteran player.
I mean, I feel like those are the easy. Anyway.
So, should we also take those skills then?
No.
Not necessarily. Since we're working together as a team, we could leave the negotiations to Navia and use our skill points to pick up other useful skills. For example, I think I'll take stealth and
Wow.
sleight of hand.
The rogue
That will
being
give
a
us more
rogue.
options if we run into
I'm
any
so
situations
shocked.
we can't negotiate our way out of.
Oh, interesting. I wasn't thinking about it like that. I suppose it's not so different from an acting troupe. Everyone has their own role to play. Let me see. I'll take arts and performance. I'm not quite sure what use they'll be, but I'm not as knowledgeable about the other skills, and I am not too confident I'd be able to roleplay them well.
Well, that leaves us. What do you want to learn, Traveler?
I want to learn insight.
Oh, something that'll help you get a read on other people's
And cooking.
Haha! Gotta say,
Call me
this
Gordon
is going
Ramsay.
Well. Nothing boosts morale like good food.
Yeah, you know all
So
about
what do you
that.
think? Are you sure you want to learn these 2 skills?
Yep, I'm sure.
Let's see.
I'll be insightful about my cooking.
Looks like you each have enough points to choose one final skill.
All right.
You've all picked such classic skills. It's fine to go a little bit out of the box, you know.
Why do I get the feeling she's getting ready to cause trouble?
For example, this one here. Summon. Doesn't it sound super mysterious and cool?
Oh, I saw that one just now as well.
Navia's the
description
troublemaking, huh?
says, this skill can be used under certain circumstances to summon characters or creatures that fit the script's world-building rules.
The script's world-building rules, huh? But how are we supposed to know what a Marashose hunter can summon?
A gun.
Oh, that's not for us to worry about, my friend. Just learn the skills that interest you, and the GM will take care of the rest.
Navia's like, all right, Clorinde, time to use that imagination.
Let's learn summon then. Paimon can't wait
Sarah,
to see what
take her to the
kind of
prime.
thing shows up.
Well, now that everyone's more or less finished creating their characters, we can begin. Since 2 of our players are doing this for the first time, though, let me ask.
Do you guys think Navia's the type to be like, my character wouldn't do that. My character is the type to go solo and solo the final boss by stabbing it in the eye and then soloing it soloing?
Would you like to play on easy mode or authentic mode?
What the fuck?
What's the difference between the 2?
Well, in role-playing games, the story sometimes changes based on the decisions of the players and the results of the Fatometer.
We go
For
authentic.
example, if you fail a check, that means you cannot use the target skill in that scenario. A critical failure may even result in further negative consequences. If you choose to play in authentic mode, every time you elect to use a skill, you'll need to use the Fatometer to see whether you succeed or fail, and face any consequences that may follow.
Hey, think of the
If
sub
you
and the
choose
fist.
easy mode instead,
CyYuVtuber,
every check will be successful by
CyYuVtuber,
default,
CyYuVtuber.
and you won't have
Oh.
to worry about luck playing a
Boring. Fucking boring. Press to draw a card to get a... Yeah, the fuck?
Given that I'd like to focus on the story, I
Boring.
should pick easy mode. I'd feel bad if I brought the team
Oh
down
my
by
God.
checks.
Boring.
Oh, come on. Don't worry about that. RNG is the lifeblood of role-playing games. I'm
True.
going with authentic mode for sure.
What a snore. Is that even D&D? Look, I get it for video games, but in this, an easy mode for shut up.
Never knowing what you might have
I
to
love Farina, but
overcome.
still.
Ugh, doesn't that sound exciting?
Chat, press 1 if you've ever done easy mode. Ugh! I'm seeing way too many ones. Huh? What? Y'all are crazy.
I'd rather be mentally prepared for what might happen.
All right, then I'll mark down Farina for easy mode. All her checks will be successful by default. As usual, Navia and Linny will play on authentic mode.
What about you, dear partner? How would
Authentic.
you like to-
Are you sure?
Yep.
Trust me, you'll see the beauty of RNG. Honestly, I don't think
Wait a minute,
Clorinde
I
would make things
definitely
too
got
difficult
fucked by
for
my
us,
pulse
no matter
just
what
now.
the
Maybe I should have gone
Fatometer
easy
says.
mode.
No promises.
That wasn't super reassuring.
Well, anyway, enough talk. Let's get started. I want to experience at least a good chunk of the story today.
Speaking of the story, why is the beginning scene on a beach?
Well, that's because
Ooh.
a long time ago,
Hey,
back
yo.
when human civilization was still in its infancy, powerful demons and evil
I love
sorcerers
this.
ruled over the land. They created a
I love
host of
this.
monsters and sent them to slaughter all humans in existence.
Yo, when is Clorinde getting that as an alt outfit?
Soon, a group of human rebels banded together. With their swords raised, they swore to brave the darkness, and in doing so, subdue each and every monster that sought their destruction. They became known as the Marashosei Hunters.
Ooh. Well, that was a bit of a frame rate issue. Wait, what happened? Oh!
Sometime later,
Hell
a
yeah.
member
Oh.
of the Marashosei
You're not gonna give us
Hunters,
new
you
costume, new
receive a
models? All right.
commission. Following the address provided on the message, you take a boat and arrive at this strange city. As you inhale, you can taste the slightly salty air of the docks as you begin to survey your surroundings. There aren't many people in the vicinity, but you do take note of a few others who, like you, seem to be sizing up this place. Your eyes
Oh, they give us little badges. That's cute.
and you realize these people are fellow Marashosei hunters, likely led to this location after reving the same commission as you.
You're all Marashosei hunters too,
Yo!
right? Allow me to
I-
introduce myself. The name's Navia, monster hunter by trade and helpful neighborhood businesswoman on the side.
Chat, I'm gonna be honest. I prefer the PNG design, the sprite over Navia's actual design. Bro, that design looks so cool. Also, thank you for the gifted sub.
What say you to traveling together?
Also, I love
We
how
can
they
help
have the
each
little
other out on the
badges.
road.
They have the Marashosei Hunter badge.
Okay, count me in.
Oh, I love that.
My name is Linny. I've been wandering
I
since I was little
adore
and
that
picked up
design.
a few less than legal tricks along the way. I was adopted by a Marashosei hunter and later chose to follow in his footsteps.
Is this where you introduce your character to everyone? It sounds like they've done this.
If they're not cowards, they will let Zach talk.
My name is.
She picked a
Rina,
bard!
and, I grew up in a noble family. I always had a strong interest in performance and the arts. Even though I'm a Marashosei hunter, what I really want is to be a performing artiste.
Artiste!
Hey, that's really cool. You can do it, Farina. That's exactly how it's done.
Paimon is Paimon, a good friend and companion to this Marashosei hunter right here.
He's mute.
I've been studying culinary arts since I was a child.
He
I
talks!
hope my delicious food can help boost people's spirits.
This is the best companion quest ever! Next to Sinos, obviously, because totally not biased. But this is the best one ever!
That's wonderful. I'll be looking forward to your cooking.
He
and
fucking
having
talks!
adventures together.
This is, yes! Yes! He got paid! You love to see it!
Well, if we're all here for the same commission, why don't we take some time to confirm what we need to do?
You open your envelopes at the same
Nah,
time.
this quest is fire.
The message reads, "To the honorable and trustworthy Marashosei
I love that
hunters,
Clorinde is on the
our
side.
kingdom is currently
do think
facing
that's really
a
cute.
grave crisis. The lands outside the capital have been overtaken by monsters, and our people are being led astray by forces
I
of
did notice his
wickedness.
little Chef Boyardee looking
We
outfit.
beseech you, please help us resolve this crisis and return peace and stability to our home."
Huh. The layout of this city looks super familiar. It kinda reminds Paimon of Mondstadt.
Sure.
The scriptwriter must have used a real-world city as a reference when coming up with the map.
I mean, that's fair.
As experienced hunters, the layout of the city reminds you of places once traveled. You recall the sight of tree-lined streets and the gentle tranquility of days gone by. Yet, as you regard the city in front of you, it appears to be little more than an empty shell. Its hollow gates
If
are
Hoyo
open to
locked
you,
in, we'd have
beckoning
those
you to come
models.
forth and bring
I-
salvation back to the town.
I do think it is crazy to me that with the amount of money they have, and I get it, right? Because it is expensive. It's obviously, look, as a consumer, as consumers, like, man, I can't believe they didn't do X, Y, and Z, right? Obviously. But in game development, like what we think it's like, oh, it's super easy. It probably costs so much money. You know what I mean? That, I I just feel like costumes should be like one of those things that should be periodically included. And I don't even mean like these outfits, right? I just mean like the fact that there aren't more outfits, you know? And I know that characters are the focus, but it's like, hey, give us like a chance to like the characters that we already have, but whatever. Anyway, that's just consumer brain, and obviously consumer brain is different than game development brain. It's all different, and I'm not just trying to justify it, but like, I don't know. I try to look at it from all sides, you know?
I carefully read every line of the letter and turn my attention to the signatures at the bottom. Who issued this commission to us?
You see a long string of unfamiliar names. It would seem that many of the residents of the city issued this commission together. They sensed that things were not right within the kingdom and sent a distress signal to the outside world.
In that case, why don't we take a walk around the city and see if we can learn anything from the local residents?
As someone who makes character designs, I concur there's so much time and money need for just one. I mean, hell, like, as a VTuber, right? Like an outfit design, like a change or a new model, that costs so much money. I can only imagine what, because the thing is that it's one thing getting a new model and having a different artist work on it, because then it's like, oh, it's their style, it's that and the third. But if you want an already existing model to have a new outfit, and you don't want to start from scratch, you have to make sure it matches the skeletal mesh of that model, right? But yeah, it's expensive. They have yes, obviously they have in-house designers and they have a bunch of money, but I don't know how these teams are divvied up.
Oh, good idea. We might be able to get some leads on the monsters and bad guys we're after.
Oh, that was, what the fuck?
You look up and see a tavern nearby. It appears to be open for the day.
Why don't we go check out that tavern? If the novels I've read are anything to go by, taverns are usually full of information.
It's true. Oh, wow, look at Mondstadt. Oh, that is cool.
As you approach the tavern, you find a plainly dressed woman standing nearby. She appears to be rather troubled about something.
All right, chat, I'm gonna be honest. I just love it when they do the D&D aesthetic. It was one of the reasons I really liked. You better do the voices. If you don't do the voices, then what's even the point?
Friend. Lovely weather we're having today, don't you think?
All right, Clorinde, you better lock the fuck in. These voices better go crazy. Also, what I was saying was one of my favorite things that happened. I loved when Borderlands did Tiny Tina's Wonderland. And I liked it when they did, you know, the DLC, then the game. I enjoy Baldur's Gate, but I played on my own. He likes D&D things, but really plays them. What? Don't you mean rarely plays them? Besides being a VTuber fun? No, I hate it. No, I love it.
Oh, hello. I suppose you're right. The weather today is quite lovely.
Lock the fuck in! Let's...
Those monsters out there would stop causing trouble.
Hell yeah, Clorinde. Fuck yeah, Clorinde.
It seems like every character included in the script has a certain amount of useful information to offer. If we keep asking questions, we might be able to get some good leads.
Oh, come now, don't be sad. Life is all about optimism. Oh, that reminds me. What did you have for breakfast this morning?
Soup!
Huh?
I don't think that's the kind of question we're supposed to ask.
Navia's that player. I hate Navia.
Nothing turns a frown upside down like good food. How about some macarons? I could make you some.
No, you can't.
You didn't even take cooking as one of your skill proficiencies.
That's not necessary, miss. Excuse me for saying this, but you don't really look like a chef. Besides, I'm not really a fan.
Well, we have a chef.
So you're someone who barely smiles and doesn't like sweets. You're really starting to remind me of this one friend of mine.
I don't think Navia's role-playing.
Hey, did she just... me?
Shut the fuck... I hate Navia.
Clorinde must have broke character for a second.
This isn't getting us anywhere. Traveler, maybe you can think of something.
How about I cook something? Right here, right now. I'd like to do an insight check to see what's troubling her. Yes.
The results of insight checks aren't disclosed to the players, so I'll be the one consulting the fatometer.
Oh god, try using insight. All right, what do we get? What did we get?
You recall all the lessons you've learned in your
Oh, they don't even show you?
and begin to carefully observe the woman's mannerisms.
Oh. Okay.
You notice that when she's quiet, she has an empty look in her eyes, as if her thoughts have drifted to a place far, far away. And when she speaks, she often subconsciously reaches out to touch the ring on her left hand.
Did something happen to your husband?
So you noticed. That's a little embarrassing. A horde of monsters suddenly appeared near the capital recently, so all the guards were dispatched.
I'm glad I got
to fight them.
insight.
Do you remember when those monsters appeared?
I'm not completely sure. All I know is that my husband was dispatched to fight them 3 days ago.
Do you know where he was sent?
It all happened so fast. When we said our goodbyes, he couldn't even tell me where they were sending him.
I'm really waiting for Navia to be like, yeah, but what if we cooked you something to remind you of your husband?
You have our thanks, friend. We'll find and defeat those monsters as soon as possible. We sincerely hope your husband will be able to return to your side soon.
Oh, thank you.
I'm waiting for Navia to ruin this moment.
Don't worry. We'll find him. Just try to remain optimistic and wait for good news.
Oh, so now you're... Okay.
We don't always get to choose what happens to us. But we do get to choose the little things
What
like
the
what we eat and how we respond to the things life throws our way. I hope that one day, you too will recognize the power of something as small and inconsequential as a delicious dessert.
Shut up!
I'll do my best. You bid farewell to the woman and continue your journey further into the city.
Fucking Clorinde over here trying to just play D&D while Navia's like, what I'm secretly trying to do is talk to my friend. Like, Navia, get with the program, girl, damn! We're LARPing here, don't bring reality!
Further into the city, the streets appear largely empty. An elderly woman walks past. You see her shake her head as she puts away her wrinkled wallet.
Damn, like
A
that.
nearby merchant folds his arms.
She's gone!
And gives you a disdainful look.
Bitch.
You get the impression that he's someone who has long gotten used to the sight before him.
Oh, she better do this voice. What?
Although he doesn't seem very friendly, merchants are usually a good source of information, right?
Yeah, you tell him, Bard.
Pardon me, sir. I'd like to ask a question if I may.
You may not.
That depends. How much are you willing to pay?
I'm so glad she's doing all the voices.
How about this much?
What do you take me for? Some lowly beggar? You can't even buy half an onion with that amount.
Is she doing like an accent?
Surely an onion can't be that expensive, right?
What do you know? War is nearly upon us. Everything costs several times what it did before. If
What
you're
it
not
did
gonna buy
before?
anything, then scram.
Whoa, what a nasty guy. Maybe we shouldn't even bother talking to him.
But he still might have information we need. Traveler, can you think of something?
Farina, put on a performance, go!
A performance? I've never played a role-playing game like this before.
You think I'm not gonna let the Bard?
I can tell that suggestion is pretty far-fetched. Is a performance check really going to help here?
Farina, go!
Alright.
Pull out that lute and start serenading.
By the harbor's grace, a lone boat lies in rest. Let the moon give chase, for here begins our quest.
Let's go!
In the dark of shadow, our hero seeks to undefined, where creatures born of evil weave their grand design.
Ooh, bars.
Blocked the road to stand, such is our hunter's plight. Yet with sword and courage in hand, they march forth to pierce the night.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Love you. It really is just that. All right, let's see. Use perform. What'd you get? An 8! And an easy mode. Banger.
I don't recall asking for a bardic song. Don't expect me to give you any coin.
All right, bitch. Damn.
But if you meant what you sang, and you are indeed some kind of hunter, then by all means,
Hey.
please go out and kill those monsters for us.
Okay.
Those monsters are camped outside the city, and they've been destroying all our trade routes. We have limited reserves within the city, so if this continues, we're all gonna be in big trouble.
In big trouble.
Wait, you're saying no one has put a plan in place to distribute supplies or maintain order?
We could all starve, and those nobles in the palace wouldn't even break a sweat. Who knows? Maybe they've been in cahoots with the monsters all along.
Oh, here we go. The conspiracy theories.
Yeah, all right. I think I've said more than enough. Be on your way
Why are
now.
we in easy mode?
Got it.
Only Farina's in
Thank you,
easy mode.
sir.
Don't mind him, Farina. He just doesn't have enough taste to appreciate your art.
True.
No, I was just thinking about how those nobles must be so cold-hearted. It's like they don't care about their people at all.
Oh. This is... Hey, Farina, you good?
Should we try to go somewhere with more people?
Oh, how about the city square? Follow me.
I'd rather not. Navia, you've been not helpful at all during this quest. I'm gonna be
Before
honest.
you lies the city's central square.
Where's the fountain?
You see a man with a slightly anxious look on his face, pacing back and forth, his head hanging low.
Will
He
it
doesn't
touch
seem to
his
notice your
toes?
approach. Still immersed in his own thoughts, he shakes his head and lets out a long sigh.
This guy seems promising enough.
How did you do it?
Get some information out of him.
Here we go. Navia gonna butt in.
Hello, sir. Is there anything I can do to help you?
Oh, wait, you're...
Huh?
I'm...
Oh, dear goodness, you're a Marachose hunter.
That's us.
You recognize us? Ah, are you one of the people who wrote the commission letter?
That's me.
Yes. Oh, I didn't expect you to actually come. Oh, what great news. The city is saved.
What happened to
Thanks to the the Marachose hunters.
We once lived comfortable, carefree lives. This city used to be
They're really
free
putting
of
in that range to
monsters.
work.
The first Marachose hunter, Casiodor, the Golden Hunter, he was the one who drove them back. However,
What happened?
monsters have once again surrounded the city. Perhaps the seal that kept them at bay has lost its power. Or perhaps an evil sorcerer has been meddling in our affairs. All I
Love
know
you.
for sure is that their return has stripped the city of any chance at peace.
All right, hold on. I have to reread this because I got distracted. However, monsters have once again surrounded the city. Perhaps the seal that kept them at bay has lost its power, or perhaps an evil sorcerer has been meddling in our affairs. All I know for sure is that their return has stripped this city of any chance of peace. An evil wizard!
Are there not enough soldiers to drive them out?
It's not a question of numbers. The guards simply have no idea how to deal with them. Most people my age have never even seen one of the monsters, much less been trained to fight against them. What's worse, many of us don't even know the history of the Marachose hunters anymore.
The story quest alone could be could be Crystal's fucking demo. I mean, you're not wrong.
When I was a child, though, my grandfather would tell me stories about how the Marachose hunters drove back the monsters. So, on the off chance that something might come of it, I decided to reach out to you. To be perfectly honest, I was starting to think all those stories were just tall tales. But now that I've seen you in person, I finally know that it was true.
You're real!
You can rest easy, friend. The righteous and formidable Marechaussee hunters are on the case.
Are you gonna ask them
The man
about
is
fucking
touched by your
sweet?
determination and resolve. His eyes begin to well with tears of relief.
Aw.
Still, if we are going to hunt the monsters, we need to know where to find them. Can you give us any leads?
All I know is that the area outside the city is dangerous. I'm afraid I can't point you toward a specific location. Oh, although, if you leave the capital through the main gate and follow the road, you should run into a group of guards. They might know more about where to find the monsters.
I see. We'll go look for them then.
All right, be careful. Oh, and one last thing. The monsters outside the city are just part of the problem. There are evil sorcerers inside the city as well, so be on your guard. They're actively working with the monsters, and have corrupted the court ministers with malicious magic. They're the reason why, even inside the city, everything has been a giant mess. Even one of our kindest ministers has turned into a boorish and unreasonable figure, interested in nothing but enacting laws that exploit the people. Who knows how much longer we'll be able to go on like this.
Talk about being stuck between a rock and a hard place.
Classic Lenny with those one-liners.
I feel bad for him. Maybe we should try to cheer him up.
Farina could sing him a song. I could cook something. Look, Farina had the limelight last time, chat. It's time I whip up something special.
Not everything can be solved with food.
This is the first time I'm trying!
Appreciate your kindness, but for now, it's more important to focus on the crisis at hand. Brave hunters, I leave the future of this kingdom to you.
I never get to cook! Let me cook!
If I understood correctly, there are currently 2 problems in the kingdom that need solving, right?
Exactly. We need to defeat the monsters outside the city and take down the evil sorcerer stirring up trouble from within.
True.
But which problem should we tackle first?
Well, this seems like a good moment for a break. Take some time and discuss what you want to do. Let me know when you've made your decision.
Bro, we've only been playing for 10 minutes. You want to take a fucking break? What kind of D&D session is
I
this?
really didn't expect the people in the city to keep us at arm's length like that. I totally thought the hunters would be treated like heroes.
Well, Clorinde said the script took cues from the real history of Fontaine, right? Maybe the real-life Marechaussee hunters were also treated like that.
I wouldn't say it's a perfect representation of history, but there are definitely some similarities. Would you like to hear more about it?
Ah, yes.
Sure. As long as it doesn't spoil anything in the script. You brought up bits and pieces of the hunter's history before, but it was all in passing.
Hyman wants to know too. The hunters were super powerful, right? Were they all from a special line of supernatural beings or something? Kind of like the yokai in Inazuma?
No. All Marechaussee hunters were
Spoilerina.
ordinary mortal fighters. The only thing that set them apart were the special sword techniques passed down over the centuries.
Pass down the generations.
So you mean anyone could become a Marechaussee hunter?
In theory, yes. All you would need to do is survive the rigorous training
It's me.
and master the swordsmanship techniques.
I'm a
required
Marechaussee
to fight
hunter.
the monsters. Still, most people dropped out at the
What up,
early
Shane?
stages, and others called it quits the minute they saw a monster in person.
Cowards.
To become a hunter, you must be strong in both body and mind.
To be a demon slayer.
What kind of monsters did the hunters fight exactly? Oh, and the evil sorcerer the script mentions. Did they exist in real life too?
Yeah, Farina's
The
right
land
now.
of Fontaine once played host to an ancient dynasty known as Remuria.
What?
After that dynasty fell, monsters began to appear, intent on obstructing humans from establishing a new social order.
Wow.
One of the ancient sorcerers of Remuria used his power to assemble a formidable army of golems. He sought to use that force to establish himself as king.
Oh.
Now, wait a second. Don't tell me that guy was the inspiration for the evil sorcerer in the script. We still haven't found any in-game information on him
World
yet.
Quest lore.
Why don't you talk about someone else for now?
Well, I wasn't planning on going into anything you might.
All right,
be able
where's
to
the
find
means
out
live
in the
video?
game. But if you want me to talk about something else, then how about Casiodor, the Golden Hunter, or Egeria, the ex-Hydro Archon?
Wait, but those people are all from a super long time ago. Where did you learn all this, Clorinde?
Marechaussee
my
Hunter
master.
School. Hey, who's your master?
By master, you mean Miss Petronia?
Who? Chat, write that
Someone
down.
You know? Absolutely. Miss Petronia and my father were good friends. Back in the day, she would often bring Clorinde over to play, but then...
Let's not get off topic. Anyway, back to what I was saying. Responding to Egeria's call, a number of warriors followed Cassiodor into battle against the monsters. This group of warriors, under Cassiodor's leadership, became known as the Marechaussee Hunters. Yet, as Fontaine entered an era of peace, their work gradually became obsolete. The Marechaussee Phantom, originally an association made up of hunters, eventually came to be predominantly comprised of Melusines.
Alright, I'm not gonna lie, chat. The moment the light dimmed in the game, the sun in real life started to, like, dim. I was like, what the fuck? My game? The lighting in the game is attached to the lighting in the sky?
Ah, I see. That explains why most of the people in the script have forgotten.
Stop it! It did it again!
Or think of them as nothing more than a legend.
Is that really a bad thing, though? It can get tough always being the one shouldering everyone's expectations.
Depends on who you ask, I
Genshin is
suppose.
just D&D in my life.
If the name of the organization no longer commands respect, investigative work is bound to suffer.
Speaking of investigations, which problem should we tackle first?
The
Monsters
evil
or
sorcerer!
I vote monsters. That's the main duty of the hunters, right? We can come back to the source.
Yeah, but the sorcerer is bringing out the monsters.
Well said, Miss Farina.
Boo.
Plus, if the sorcerers really are the masterminds behind this whole thing, defeating the monsters could give us some clues on their intentions.
Yeah,
as
but if
well.
we defeat the sorcerer first, then the monsters
about
are
you,
also
partner?
dealt with.
What do you think?
The sorcerer problem seems pretty important.
You're not wrong. But those characters are usually the ones pulling the strings behind the scenes. More often than not, they're very formidable opponents. Going after them now might be jumping the gun a little bit. We don't
Cowards.
want a total party kill on the first day, right? With Clorinde as the GM, I wouldn't rule out the possibility.
You've persuaded me.
Then it's settled. Let's go hunt some monsters.
All right. After some discussion, you decide to turn around and head out of the city.
Let's go. I could have taken on that wizard.
Let's take a look around, like that guy said.
Does Ether only have a single line? Let my man cook!
Outsiders, halt!
Who's there?
You're a character straight
An
out of
armored
Ruby.
man approaches you. He has a tall, muscular build and a determined expression in his eyes. Just one look, and you can tell he's fought in his fair share of battles.
Do you guys think that when they were working on, they're like, the folks that made up this quest, they're like, man, I really like playing Baldur's Gate. We should do that. Yeah, we should do that. Yeah!
Although he's trying his best to conceal his current state, his uneven gait and the sweat dripping down his forehead make it obvious that he's been wounded and is in serious pain. I'm the captain of the guard. I saw you sneaking around the city earlier, so I'll only
Ooh,
ask this once.
accent!
State your purpose, or it's off to the dungeons for the lot of you.
Ooh, British! Clorinde is British!
Wow, it's been a while since someone's been this suspicious of us.
I said talk, not whisper between yourselves.
True.
Have you ever heard of the Marechaussee Hunters?
Marechaussee Hunters? Ha! That fairy tale, you mean? What, you expect me to believe you're one of them?
Actually, we're 4 of them. Yes, we did, Draconian.
We got D&D in our Genshin now.
We sure do. Thank you for the 8 months. We're counting on you, Navia. I'd like to do an insight check to... We'll check on Navia. Look, my insight check helped us last time. Let's give the team a bit of a, chance. Get in there, Navia. Persuade him.
Sir, we were indeed in the city earlier, but our purpose was only to gather information on the monsters. We're here to help the city and all the people within it.
Get a 1, critical fail.
Your guards are still fighting the monsters as we speak. They could be seriously wounded and in grave need
Critical
of
fail,
support.
critical fail, critical
You
fail,
need all
critical
the help
fail.
you can get.
Critical fail, critical fail, critical fail. Boo! I mean, yeah, we won.
The man regards you with doubt and concern. After a period of inner
I rolled a
struggle,
1, I rolled a 1.
he lets out
Fuck!
a long sigh and informs you of the
Me and the
locations where
boys will
monsters have
fuck you
appeared.
up. I rolled a 1, I rolled a 1. Fuck!
Those monsters aren't easy to deal with. But if you insist on going, I won't stop you either. I just hope all the guards will be able to come back to their families alive. I wish you the best of luck.
Alright, before we continue on our D&D merriment, I must go to the restroom. So, I shall return. I have returned. We shall proceed.
Based on what the captain said, the monster should be right up ahead.
Alright, bet.
Let's go. Hopefully we're not too late.
Let's go beat them up. Let's go beat them up,
As you
chat.
approach the battlefield, you see numerous people lying
Ooh.
by the side of the road.
Oh, they be dying, alright.
They appear to be dressed like guards. Their faces are filled with desperation and terror. Some are screaming and cursing in vain, as if still trying to banish the monstrosities they saw from their minds.
Don't worry. We'll save you guys. Damn pose. Nice.
A few of the wounded look up at you in shock and disbelief. Quick, leave this place. Turn around and don't look back, they yell.
I should tell my cousin to build Lenny. He built Navia, but not Lenny. And as well as Farina. Stop shooting at them. Fine. I'll pose for them. Look at my little guys. Go to where the monsters appeared. Into the hole! If you chose medicine, you could have healed the injured. Damn! Damn! Chose being a medic.
This is the place he mentioned, right?
You see broken iron swords scattered all around you, and down
Hey,
trees
Lizzie Berry,
riddled
think of
with
the
terrifying claw
18
marks.
months.
20 months.
All the signs point
Thank
to
you for
one
existing,
thing.
you silly little weirdo.
A truly
Aw, thanks.
devastating battle just took place here.
Be on your guard, everyone. The monsters might still be around.
Oh, they are.
Before you can finish your sentence, you hear rustling sounds from the surrounding
Oh
bushes.
no, rustling!
The monsters have emerged.
Ooh,
They close
those
in
are
on you
bastards.
without fear. You get the impression that, in their bloodthirsty eyes, you're just another meal for them to devour.
Ooh, another meal.
A little help here. This thing wants to eat Paimon.
Your battle round begins now.
All right, bet. Roll for initiative. I roll this. Let's go! 16. Could you imagine if then they just started hitting me with like
My name, Echo in song.
Umbrella warfare, I guess.
umbrella warfare?
Coming at ya.
Hiya. Haha.
The next battle round begins now.
Oh god. Pew 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 pew.
Water jet! Bombs away!
Bombs away! He actually has dialogue. Let's go.
Let's get this show on the road.
Kingdom Hearts. Ugly.
How brilliant!
Get at my little boys. Get at my minions. Fuck them up, fuck them up, fuck them up.
This one's got your name on it.
Damn.
This one's got your name on it.
Hell yeah.
The monsters let out a terrifying roar of anger and resentment before dissipating into thin air.
Nice.
Oh, thank goodness it's
Also,
over.
since there's a lot of talking in this dialogue, I picked up a dumbbell and I just started doing reps.
Preset skill points. Otherwise, we would have been in some real trouble.
I
never knew the photometer even determines the amount of damage you inflict. If you get unlucky, isn't it just game over right then and there?
Yes.
That's part of the fun. The uncertainty of fate is what gives these games their appeal.
Just as you begin to celebrate your victory, a suspicious lump on the ground catches your
A
attention.
lump?
A suspicious lump.
You should
Wait,
get that checked
could
out.
it be the thing that appears after every battle?
Treasure?
I walk up to it, crouch down, and begin to carefully examine it.
A reward?
I've still got my right glove on, so it should be fine for me to touch it, right?
As you investigate the mound, you discover that the exposed portion appears to be made of wood. It was previously obscured by the large form of the monsters. With the monsters gone, the small protrusion now awaits your discovery, poking out of the ground like a
The
shiny
loyal bro,
flower
thank you
bud.
for the sub.
Whoa, it's a treasure chest!
Oh, 9 months already?
Let's dig it up! Akuma, who's in the next banner? That's the question.
With everyone's help, you successfully excavate the wooden chest from the ground. Even without opening it, you can tell from the mora and jewels scattered around the chest that it must contain quite the fortune.
The fortune.
Yes, we worked hard for this. Let's open it and we can share what's inside!
I can understand your excitement, Paimon, but think about it. Doesn't it seem like there are people out there who need this treasure more than us?
Oh.
Think about all the people suffering in the capital.
Goody
Or all
two
those
shoes
guards who
over
got hurt
here.
fighting the monsters.
Maro Shosei hunters.
Wouldn't it be better if we gave the treasure to them?
Wait, is that how it works? Paimon thought since we were the ones to dig it up, we could just take it for ourselves.
You're right.
Well, let's put it this way. Any decision you make during a role-playing game can impact the future course of the story.
But would the people really believe us? It's hard enough for us to prove we're Marshosei hunters. What if they think we procured the treasure illegally? They might get even more suspicious
Aw,
of us.
Farina, the
It's definitely
PTSD.
something we should consider. Maybe we can come up with an explanation in advance.
Well, if donating it could cause that much trouble, why don't we use it to buy some gear and fill up on good food? Then we'll be ready to fight even more bad guys.
Looks like you're facing a difficult choice once again. Well, it's getting late. Why don't we call it a day for now?
Wow, where did the time go?
It's been an hour.
I'm not sure if it's because I'm having so much fun with you all or because the story is particularly enticing.
It's been an hour.
I feel like I could almost keep going.
Here, here. Ooh, how about we play through the night?
I'm not sure I'll have enough energy for that.
Yeah, that won't work for me either. Lynette will give me an earful if I get home too late.
I understand how you feel, Navia, but we have to change venues for the next part of the story anyway.
Oh,
Huh? Another location?
another location?
There's a special note for the GM at the end of this section that says to proceed to an indoor set for the next part of the script.
Whoa, they really pulled out all the stops for this new script.
Well, even if we end the game for the day, we can still stay a little longer and hear Clorinde finish her story, right? Paimon wants to hear more about the history of the hunters.
Something tells me you just want to finish the free desserts before we break for
True. I get that.
Just a coincidence,
I get that
okay?
though.
Besides, to Paimon, not finishing free food feels even worse than having to buy her own.
That is a lot of food you guys have not eaten.
Paimon really does want to hear more about Clorinde's master.
Well,
If the story doesn't have a happy ending, it's okay not to finish it.
It's nothing. I appreciate the concern, but it's all in the past. It won't do any harm to share these things now.
Doo-doo-doo.
My earliest memories are of living with Master.
Hmm.
According to her, she saved me from certain people of ill repute. My birth parents had left me behind some time before that.
What a heavy beginning for a life story.
Fu, Shenhe, and Sino.
Master was a fascinating individual, if inexperienced in the ways of raising children. My first ever toy was a short sword. Although I suppose it wasn't so much a toy as something Master removed from her waist and handed to a noisy child in need of distraction.
Oh, wait, so she handed an actual sword to a child? Isn't that dangerous?
No, it's fine.
Did you hurt yourself?
No, it's fine.
Of course I did.
Oh.
I cut my palm and
Oh!
bled quite a lot. But Master was not concerned. She just stood there and casually lectured me about it.
Oh.
See, that's what you get for not holding the sword properly, she told me. She then crouched down next to me and said, "Give me your hand. I'll teach you to bandage this wound. After that, it's time to learn how to truly hold a blade."
Excuse me for asking this, Clorinde, but how old were you exactly when all this happened?
Probably around,
Huh?
3, give or take.
3?
3? Isn't that when most kids are still struggling to hold a fork?
What you got there?
As
A
I said,
knife!
Master was rather inexperienced in the ways of raising children. She believed trial and error was the best way to teach a child
How many
what
years
they're
ago was that?
capable of.
I'm not so sure this is a question of experience.
I didn't see anything wrong with her ways at the time. And anyway, children don't get to choose how they're raised. Oh, she did bring me back a pet from Liyue once. It was a GeoVtuber hatchling.
A
A
pet.
GeoVtuber hatchling? For a pet?
That's a badass pet.
Even more dangerous.
What she said was this: make sure to get along, you two. If you really can't agree on something, just settle it with a fight.
Nice.
Whoever loses is the real pet.
Oh.
And how old were you when this happened?
4.
5.
I was close.
Well, did you win?
Nope.
No, I...
Oh.
So you're saying you actually became the GeoVtuber's pet?
Yes, but only for a week. By the end of that week, I defeated it in combat, and we've shared a cordial relationship ever since.
Wait.
Not really.
Ever since? Wait, that GeoVtuber still lives?
Later on, I gradually understood that Master most likely didn't know any other way to raise a child. She was a Marashosei hunter, but I never heard her bring up her own parents. Thanks to her, I learned how to navigate the forest by the age of 6, and could hunt monsters in the wild by myself the year after that.
Wow.
Even though the training she subjected me to was strict, she always made sure to take me traveling when she had the time. We met many of her friends during those days. That was also how I met Mr. Callis and his family.
I still remember the first time we met. You were too scared to join our picnic and hid behind Ms. Petronia the whole time.
That's actually crazy.
I still hadn't really met many children my age at that time.
She's
so
so
I didn't
normal.
know
What do
how
you
to
mean?
interact with others.
You know?
After that, though, you started coming over a lot. You loved challenging people to shooting competitions, remember?
What?
I don't think many members of the Spina ever beat you in one of those.
Yep, so normal.
I had a lot of fun during those days.
So normal.
I enjoyed them too. Oh, do you remember that one time we went exploring around the Spina together? We overheard Papa call your master Fontaine's Protector of Justice. We tried to pretend like we never heard anything, but you nearly let it slip that one time.
Damn.
Protector of Justice. Oh, wait, you mean that vigilante hero from 20 years ago? The one who is always active at night?
What?
Yep, that would be her. She often would put on a black cloak and go out at night. I never knew where
What?
she went or what she was doing. Until, like Navia said,
Wait.
we overheard the truth from Mr. Callis that night.
Isn't this referencing the D-Luke shit?
20 years ago, huh? I still remember the guards leaving all kinds of witness reports about her on Nervalette's desk.
Ah, my apologies.
That was my mother.
Oh, there's no need to apologize. You had nothing to do with it. And anyway, everything she did was for a good cause.
Also, I'm not the Archon anymore, so it doesn't matter.
Although, calling herself the Protector of Order was a bit much. Especially
Protector of
when
Justice.
she deliberately operated outside the law.
It was Protector of Justice. No, okay.
Huh? When did the of Justice
Yeah.
become the Protector of Order.
Oh, okay.
Oh, she had a bunch of code names.
Oh, okay.
She would just come up with a name on the spot whenever she was asked.
What?
Later on, she probably got sick of answering those questions and decided to stick to just two. The Protector of Justice and the Protector of Order.
Okay, for a second I was like, did they fuck up?
That sounds like her, all right. I bet she forgot which of the two she'd use by the time she got back each night.
Well, she certainly sounds like a fascinating individual. With her strong sense of justice, it's no surprise her student followed in her footsteps.
It's true. I always wanted to become like her. Someone powerful, independent, and with a strong sense of conviction. But
She died.
she suddenly disappeared the night I turned 10 years old.
Oh! Didn't die. Left.
Disappeared? What happened?
I have no idea. She didn't even leave a note. I was never able to find out where she went.
Oh.
That night, I was celebrating my birthday at Navia's house. But Master never came to pick me up. When I returned home on my own, it was to an empty house.
Wow.
When she still didn't appear after a few days, I went to Mr. Callus's house to ask about her whereabouts. But he only shook his head.
Papa probably didn't know either. I know he sent a few people to investigate the matter in secret, but they never found any credible leads.
I really read that as credible leaks. And I was like, chat, get on it.
Don't worry, I understand. To be perfectly honest, given Master's personality and way of doing things, it all made a lot of sense. If I had to guess, I'd say she probably used it as an opportunity to force me to become independent.
Jesus.
Just like how, when a litter of kittens reaches a certain age, the mother willingly leaves them behind.
Were you upset, Clorinde?
Why wouldn't she be?
I was at first, but not anymore. I don't believe Master would suddenly disappear for no reason. There must have been something she just had to do.
So remember that bit about how you don't cry?
Well, despite everything, you still managed to follow in her footsteps and become the greatest champion duelist in all of Fontaine. You're practically a living symbol of law and justice.
I suspect my position would be far too by the books for her. Master always did whatever she pleased. But you're right. I suppose I do take after her in some ways.
Who knew Clorinde had such an interesting past? I never had the chance to ask her about it before.
This is one of those moments where I just think it's unnecessary. I love Farina, but this is one of those lines that I was like, that's what I was thinking. Don't tell me how I'm supposed to be feeling.
I wonder if Clorinde's master were the champion duelist back then. Would that duel against Mr. Callus have gone differently? Oh no. Judging by the atmosphere, Clorinde and Navia are probably thinking something similar. The mood just got super awkward all of a sudden.
Well, anyway. Would you look at the time? It's getting dark, so we should probably
I had a great
All
time.
right, we'll
today, Miss
reconvene next
Clorinde.
time.
Thank you.
Goodbye.
The script was good, but I've got to say, your childhood stories were even better.
True, backstory, lore.
You should tell us more about that fight against the GeoBishop sometime. Maybe your master was onto something.
You could be right.
What does she mean, onto something? I certainly don't know any 5-year-olds who want to fight a bishop in their spare time.
Why not?
Guess I'll head back as well. I need to save my energy if I want to continue enjoying the story tomorrow.
You're that excited to hear about my fight with the bishop?
I was talking about the script.
Damn. Well, that's it, guys. That's the quest. Goodbye. Clorinde is dead. No, I'm just kidding. I actually don't know if I'll be able to finish this.
Just between the two of us, could you tell me what it was like to be the GeoBishop's pet?
It was nothing special, really. GeoBishops don't understand the concept of a pet.
It's
So
pretty
basically,
long.
it just
I have an
headbutted me
hour
whenever I entered
and
its
20
territory.
minutes left.
And
Yeah, it hurt. What, something you want to experience for yourself?
Oh, I'm good. Thanks.
You do not have enough time? Damn. Then I guess when this gets uploaded to YouTube, it'll be a two-parter. That's crazy. All right. I'll make sure to finish the quest in the next stream then, if that is the case.